let's frame this moment, because here we're in about 2004 or 5. We're in our building out in Louisville.
We are.
We have maybe 8 employees at the time.
We did, yeah.
And we were sitting there thinking, okay, we're going to have to grow this thing. And so, the payroll was still kind of a, bonuses weren't big or non-existent sometimes.
I don't think we really had bonuses, did we?
Well, you might have got $100 in a Christmas card.
Yeah, maybe that's
and that was
it.
good.
But that was, but nothing like they have.
No, but we had about 8 employees, and we were shoving people into a conference room and certifying them. This was before the AHIP exam.
Oh, do you remember the first certification class? We went down to the Secure Horizons building, and the very first class, they said, bring all your agents with you. Well, with all of our employees, we were able to get 7 more.
Oh my
We had 15 the first time.
Oh my
and they
gosh.
went, is this all you got? And
They were talking,
this is good.
and then they were saying things like a D-SNP product. I'm like, what is a D-SNP?
D-SNP, yeah.
I remember driving home from that meeting one day, sitting at the street light going, wait a minute, we've been chasing business owners all our lives, and now they're telling us that they want us to chase the sickest, poorest, and least educated people in the society.
And that was a whole nother ball game, because that was a whole different kind of agent.
It was.
Most of our agents sold life insurance, and they dealt mainly with the more upper echelons, but they didn't deal with this. So now we were having to recruit agents that, and Irving Gilbert was one of our first recruits.
And he was awesome.
He was
knew
awesome
how to go in and sell that.
He did.
He presented it the right way. At that same point, that's a great memory right there. We also brought on, at that time, Jamie Gaskell.
Yes, we did,
and
Jamie and
Chris Renfro. And they were going to be our Medicare recruiters.
Right.
And so we're back in the game, and here
Right.
we go. And 2006 hit, and Part D hit.
Yes.
And wow, all of a sudden, our growth started. We began to recruit more agents. We started looking across the Red River into other states.
That's right.
And looking into, do we need to go national? Because we were really only in the border states at that point, as I recall.
Right.
Then in 2007, 8, 9, we had some interesting times there. Our growth was great. And we, at the time, that's when 2008 happened and the stock market crashed, and there were a lot of people that were hurting. But at the same time, our business was just engaged.
It was.
How did that make you feel?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I stayed nervous the whole time through it, but it was good, really. I mean, there was never, I didn't feel any fear about, I don't know why I was nervous. I think because of the years past, when you remember all of the times that you didn't have it, but it was, I don't know, it was just, it was good. I mean, it really was. Yeah, the stock market, no, that wasn't good, but the business kept going, even though what was happening with the stock market, with everything out there, our business was still growing.
We were very fortunate.
We were very fortunate. So,
but also,
it was scary.
It was calculated. That was where we should be, because those decisions that we made, even in the late 90s and early 2000s, we took a chance, and that's what it is. When you own a small business, you're putting it all on the line, and you live a life of risk. You also live a life of rewards.
You do. And the rewards always make those risks worthwhile. But
you may not know it at the time.
You don't know it at the time. And I've thought about this a lot. Looking back, even from the 70s on, I can, it just seemed like there was a path for the brokerage that was always there. And it was a matter of us, or of Ross, having the intuition to know the path that we were supposed to be on, and he was awesome at that. He really was awesome at that. And but the path was always laid out for us, and that was the beauty of the brokerage. It was. I don't know what that was, but.
Some people just have the it factor, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
He had it.
He had it. He did.
Well, so let me take that and now I want you to put on your mom hat. Okay? Because this is when you get to, be proud. We're in the late 2000s, and at this point, Kristen had kind of gone through college and was now coming to work for the brokerage. John Ross had finished high school and was looking for the next big move, and his dad said, "You're going to come to work for the brokerage, so your kids come in the business."
So John Ross, in 2007, he came to work. I think Ross finally got him in here. It was maybe January or February. It was the beginning of the year. Now, Kristen ended up finishing college that May, and then her dad said, she said, I want to travel just a little bit before I come to. She said, I am coming to work for the brokerage, and I think we even teased her about it the other day that he was saying, well, I think you need to go out and work for an insurance company, and she in the tears and
go get some experience first.
Go get some experience first, but
on somebody else's nickel.
Yeah, that's right.
Ross had the vision, didn't he?
I know, that's right. But anyway, he sent her off to Europe with her girlfriends. There were several of them that their parents were sending them off to Europe to have not a backpacking, but they were staying in hostels and, just kind of doing the Europe experience for about, how many weeks? Several weeks, I think.
Giving them a chance to say goodbye to their youth.
Say goodbye to their youth because then when they got back, it was going to be to work, and that was going to be the end of it. So, but anyway, so she came to work in August, I think, or September of
Around 07?
07. And I think that's when Jamie and Chris, didn't they all come?
They came around in late 2005 because we had them right before the launch of Part D.
Okay, so, that's right. Okay, so 2000, okay. So she came a couple years later. But anyway, it was really good, and he did the same thing with them. He really wanted them to work in all the different departments and to learn the business. And she did really well. I mean, it's hard when you work in a certain department here. It's hard to leave it when it's time to let go and to move on. And that's what I always found, and Kristen found it too. I think she got hung up in contracting, and she did not want to leave contracting. She loved it so much, but
that was such an important step for her because the contracting is the gateway to our success.
It's the gateway to everything.
If we don't get it right on the front end, it's not going to happen in the middle, and then on the back end, when the commissions aren't paid the right way, everything is screwed up. It starts with contracting.
And with her, she was in marketing. She did a lot of marketing courses in college, so that was her love. So I think that's why the contracting part came so natural for her.
Yeah.
And she just did not want to give it up when it was time to move on. But
Well, a lot of family businesses have this idea of passing it on to the next generation, but the statistics are startling. The second generation fails a significant amount of the time.
They do.
So how does that make you feel that not only do your kids have a vital role here at the office and have a big part of the company's future, how does that make you feel as a mom?
Oh, God, I'm just so proud. I'm so proud. I was telling, I sat in Josh's office yesterday for a long time, about an hour or more. And I said, I'm 72 years old, and I said I would like to retire by 75 or so. But I said, I just want to know that, with you and with the kids, that the company's going to go on. And I believe it is. I mean, I don't want to sell it to anybody. I want to see it carry on, and I know at some point you're going to want to retire too, I know you've got that dream of Mexico with with the
they got the internet, we can check in.
That's right. But no, I just want to know that we've got it well taken care of, and I'm very proud of all of y'all. I really am. I just think it's been an awesome opportunity to work with you. I mean, what better deal can you have? You see each other every day, and then we're together on weekends or whenever. And
Yep. Well, I feel a lot of pride in the way the company has grown. And now that I see what we could have in the next 5 years or 10 years with our new call center that we're developing.
Yes.
We didn't even really talk about this building where we're at today.
I know.
Let's go back 1 or 2 years. And, as Ross's health was failing, and yet at the same time, things happen for a reason. I'm convinced of that. You know, we signed the contract for this building out here in Flower Mound, and that was kind of like
pictures, yeah. And it was yeah, he was not doing well, but he was so proud of this building, and I remember he had to be wheeled in here just to see it. You know, it was just a school, you know, and we had to remove 9 little toilets.
yeah.
But it was a daycare center and I think preschool or something like that. But we wheeled him in here, and he could see it when we would show him or talk about what we wanted to do. You know, he could see it. He did look down at the floors, and they were all in primary colors, red, red, blues, and
tiles.
He said, "Cheryl, are we going to keep these floors?" And I went, "No, the floors are going."
Oh my gosh! Oh,
but no, I'm glad he got to see it. I wish he could have seen the finished product. But let's see, he passed away in July of 2018, and I think we actually moved into the building in March of 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And you know, his legacy continues.
Yeah, it does.
Every day.
It does.
You know.
Sometimes I'll just come sit in this room and stare at the pictures, you know, and just remember. I mean, we've come so far, and it was just thanks to his vision, you know, and.
Yeah. Well, we've had some good fortune along the way.
Mm-hmm,
I think in most cases we've played our cards right.
Mm-hmm.
Does not mean that we've always made the right choices.
No.
And we'll continue to make mistakes and learn from them. But at the same time, I think that what Ross gave us was the vision and passion.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big part of this equation too, that it can live on.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why a lot of family businesses don't survive the next generations, because there's not a passion.
There's not a passion. There is with this family.
Yep.
Because that's all we talk about. We live the brokerage. We really do.
Yeah.
And even Kristen, I know when y'all are out on the road, you know, y'all are always talking to people, and recruiting. I mean, recruiting is always part of the package. And,
Yep. Well, it's afforded us a terrific lifestyle, and hopefully it'll have many, many more generations to come as the grandkids grow up and become a part of it. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows how long it'll go? But and you know, and like you said, it always depends on what the next administration will do. Mm-hmm. What those you know, the government will always be a part of our future. Mm-hmm. So you know, we just have to see what happens. But I think we've got a good foundation here now, and we've got a great agent base and good contracts, and I'm just so proud of everything that's been built, and every one of our employees. I'm so proud of our employees because they've taken this as part of their family too, and that's made it very special.
Well, that's a good point, because I think that they feel a bit of ownership.
They do.
You know, they know that their compensation is tied to performance,
right.
And the better that they take care of our brokers, our customers,
right.
The chances are likely that they're going to end up reaping the rewards too. And
that's right.
You know, here we're about to hit another milestone and cross over the employee mark number 50.
Oh my
50
gosh.
employees.
I think we just hit it this pay period.
Did we?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
50.
Okay, so now how does that feel about going back to 1975 with you and your part-time job and Ross telling you, type up these quotes?
I know, but that was when I saw that payroll run this time, and it said 50 paychecks. I went, oh my goodness, we hit it.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy.
Well,
it is.
You know, we learned a lot through the Medicare trial with the early 2000s. We took that right turn at the fork in the road.
We did.
We applied a lot of those lessons when the Affordable Care Act was passed. We kind of had an idea of how to work with government programs.
We did.
2013, you know, was a busy year of going all over the place telling people the sky's not falling. You know, you're about to be able to sell a product that people have to have by law, and if they can't afford it, we'll help them pay for it with
Right,
subsidies.
right.
And if you don't take it, you're going to get
Well,
penalized.
I've got to give lots of credit to your team because they are the ones that really took that ball and ran with it. They really did.
Well, we just kind of had a little understanding of how to deal with the government programs at that point. So it's great to take a little credit for that, but at the same time, the company was in a position to capitalize on that.
Right,
and it became kind of a natural, I want to say almost like Medicare 2.0. And who knew that we were going to get, kept saying, we're going to get 3 or 4 years out of this. Well, here it is. We just had our 7th open enrollment period.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
Growth again. So, the future looks good.
The future looks great. I was, the life department has been struggling for a little bit, but I think we just brought on Chris Newberry, and I think with him and Sherry, I think we're about to take off.
Yeah.
I mean, we really are. He hit the ground running.
Talk about the acquisition of BBA Life in Corpus Christi.
BBA Life, that was, you knew them more than I did from TMA and
sub-centers.
And sub-centers, right. And, but it just came up that the lady, Cindy Gentry, who had been running it, wanted to back off and go her own direction, in another direction. And so I don't know how the initial contact came. Did it come through you, or?
I received a phone call from Tim Clusis at the Marketing Alliance.
That's right. Okay.
Asking me to advise on a company that may want to be acquired in Texas, and I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. And then whenever I received the paperwork, it looked like, wait a minute, they're acting like they want us to acquire this company?
Yeah.
I thought I was just going to weigh in with my opinion and get out of there. But as it turned out, I was like, wait a minute, maybe we should do this.
Yes, and I think the more everybody talked about it, we went, this is doable. We can really do this. We haven't finished our payout period, but we have
another year or so.
Year. Yeah, we will in about another year. But gosh, we got to know the employees they had down there, and so that all happened in 2019, I think, and May 1st, 2019 is when they came.
Yeah. And so we picked up another 5 employees, another office.
So Corpus Christi is they're located in Corpus Christi, and so we picked that office up and the 5 employees, and our Medicare team. Eli, he's our Medicare team, but he moved right into that office. Yes. So we just joined forces there. So
and South Texas has become a stronghold for us now.
It really has.
Really grown a tremendous amount.
Whoever would have thought we didn't have anything in Corpus, but this has been awesome. It really has. This acquisition has, they are working so hard now, and they had to learn our way, our system and our systems, but once they did, it's like everyone now is forging ahead, all on the same path, all focused, and this life department is going to take off. I'm just, I'm very excited about it. So
yeah, you're right. I am too. I think it will. So from 2 people and a typewriter and an apartment
to this, I know.
to offices in Flower Mound, Houston, San Antonio, Corpus, and satellite offices across the United States. Did you ever think that you'd be
Never in a million years. I never dreamed that we would get that big.
Yeah. Well, now the dream continues.
I know. I'm excited. I mean, I know Josh is talking a lot about, I said, we have to expand. We have to go out. We have to expand further. And he's all on board with that, so like, you talked to him too. And, but he's all on board and expanding. I think I want to make sure that we don't ever lose sight of how we got here, and that's through our agents and the service we've been able to provide for them. And right now we're at 50 employees. Okay, whatever it takes. So as we expand, we're going to have to expand our service, and make sure that everyone is taken care of. And, but that's what makes any company good. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, from 2 people to that comment, I think that's a wrap. You
Yeah,
know, congratulations. You know, thank you for the opportunity. You took a chance on me in '93.
Yeah.
Some little snotty punk kid that could make a pretty good chicken fried steak.
you could too.
Still can.
Yeah, you can.
But you know, it was a
Yeah.
pleasure then. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's been a great run.
Yeah,
I don't
it
believe
has.
you'll retire at 75.
I don't know. I keep saying I will, but I don't know. I mean, it's in my blood now.
Exactly.
You know,
That's
so,
my point.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, you've
It's a
provided
dream.
for the next, but your legacy will live on too.
Yeah, I know it will.
And you know that just like Ross,
Mm-hmm.
it's not just Ross. It's Ross and Cheryl. And you know we don't live forever. So
No, I
you
know.
carpe diem. Enjoy the rest while you can, and
Oh,
you've
I
got your
know.
health. What a
Yes.
great balance you
I
have
know,
right
it's
now.
been great. I mean, this has been a great life. I'm telling you, I never in a million years would have thought it would be. When I was sitting in that typewriter at night, just exhausted, typing those papers, I never in a million years would have dreamed of how good it was going to get. But
Yeah. Well,
I'm so excited now. So
congratulations.
thank you, thank you.
All right. Well, so you want to say anything else? Any parting comments? Any advice?
I really don't need to give you all advice. You just far exceeded anything we ever thought about, and now you're national with
We
Nelba.
are. Yeah.
And you just picked up an award.
Nelba.
Nelba, yeah,
The
so-
Nelba ID 20. You
yeah.
know, but those are great awards, and to be recognized by your peers is awesome. But the reality is, it's a teamwork. There's no way any of us could have been there. Yes, Ross was a mentor, one of many. And to think that we've had relationships with Bahini, Subcenters, the Marketing Alliance, NAHU, NAFA, and
That's
Nelba.
incredible.
You know, it's a great industry. We've just played our part, and
That's right.
we've done well, and the story is still to be written.
Well, I think it's going to be, I'm looking forward to the future of the brokerage. I think it's going to be in good hands with you and Kristen, John Ross, Josh. You know, I think you all are going to do really well, and you're going to finish out what we started. So,
Well, thank you. All right.
okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our story. I hope you liked it. Give us a call. Let us tell you more. Thank you.